Wonderful. Okay, well, in case you're not familiar with CicLAvia, we are a nonprofit organization. We work in partnership with local cities to create temporary car-free street events all throughout LA County. To put it more simply, we transform the street into a giant park for the day. Take, for example, your typical day on the streets of LA. In this picture, this is Wilshire Western. For those who are familiar, it's a very busy intersection filled with cars, honking horns, traffic, and smog. Versus a CicLAvia Sunday. On a CicLAvia event day, the air is cleaner, you hear the sounds of laughter, of conversation, of joy. It's really a day where the community comes together to get outside and enjoy the city. On a CicLAvia event, you can walk, you can roll, you can run, you can dance, you can chill, and you can play. So CicLAvia is free and open to the public. It's open to participants of all ages and abilities. It is family friendly and pet friendly, and all forms of people powered transportation are welcome. So, just a little bit about our history. Our first event was held in 2010 and stretched from East Hollywood to Boyle Heights. And what started with a group of passionate volunteers has now grown into a well respected nonprofit with a full time staff of 13 and a volunteer board of 12. So we've been doing these events for over 15 years and have done 64 of these events, enjoyed by almost 2 million people on over 366 miles of streets. Our CicLAvia events take place all over LA County, and here's just some of the many communities we've touched upon in the past 15 years. So our events have gone as far south as San Pedro, as far east as Claremont, as far north as Pacoima, and as far west as Venice. And studies and research have been done on the benefits of these events. On event days, air quality improves, public transit gets a ridership boost, and money gets put back into local businesses with an influx of new customers. We also find that on CicLAvia Sundays, people are more active, friends and families are getting together to enjoy the outdoors and explore their communities. Local businesses also tend to do well at CicLAvia. On a CicLAvia event day, thousands of participants are looking to put money back into their community. So we encourage businesses to join in on the fun, activate the sidewalk out in front of their space, and really, encourage participants to stop by. We also highlight businesses on a digital map and connect the community where they can support and shop. So make sure to check out our website and see what specials local businesses are offering. If there are any businesses on this call, we have a flyer with more information on how to participate. So if anyone's interested, we can link you to that in the chat. A lot of work takes place behind the scenes to make the CicLAvia magic happen. So that includes door-to-door outreach, community engagement, and lots of planning with cities and city agencies leading up to each event. This is a community event, and we want the community to be part of the character of each event. Some of our outreach efforts include 2 rounds of door-to-door outreach, hiring a third-party team to distribute flyers throughout the neighborhood. Our team also flyers all the cars and driveways 3 times in the week leading up to the event, and we place signage throughout the route, notifying the community about the street closures. We also present at neighborhood council meetings, and we work with churches and other impacted stakeholders to make sure they have the route and detour information. As I mentioned, CicLAvia is a 501c3 nonprofit. Our city partners provide about half of our budget, but we do have to fundraise the rest. And our work is funded through a combination of foundation and grant support, corporate sponsorships, and individual and monthly donors. So we are more than just a fun Sunday. CicLAvia is really a year-round movement that transforms Los Angeles. So this meeting in particular, we are here to discuss our next event and our first event of the year. CicLAvia West LA. This is our first time in this part of West LA and in Westwood, and so we're super excited about this event. It's taking place on Sunday, April 26th, and the event hours are 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. What you see here on the screen is our route map. So you can see that it includes Santa Monica from Centinela to Westwood, and then Westwood from Santa Monica up to LeConte. On the endpoints there, you'll see we have 2 hubs, and we also in the middle have a pit stop. So these are where you're going to find programming, services, and activities. And then those 4 yellow spots on the map are our car crossing points. So we have 4 intersections where cars will be able to cross the route. In terms of the street closures, so those are going to begin at 7 a.m. on most of the route and 6 a.m. near the hubs, and all streets will reopen by 6 p.m. All buses on the route are going to be detoured during that time, and there will be no street parking from 1 a.m. to 6 p.m. Anyone who does live or work directly on the route, we're able to reimburse them up to $20 per car for parking costs. If anyone's interested in learning more, we can send you that information on our website. There will also be freeway ramp restrictions on the 405. Again, all of that info will be listed on our website, or we're happy to answer questions about that. As I mentioned, we do have 2 hubs along this route and a pit stop. At our hubs, you'll find all of our day of facilities. So that includes free bike repair, information and merchandise, water refill stations, restrooms, first aid, and free pedicab rides. In addition to those services, each hub will have family-friendly activities and programming from our sponsors and partner. Potential activities might include workshops, art activities, giveaways, games, and more. There's many ways to get involved in the CicLAvia movement and in this event. So firstly, we'd encourage you to participate. Get together with your friends and family, set up a meetup at your favorite restaurant, and just come out and enjoy the day. If you do live or work on the route, you can definitely activate that sidewalk space in front. And also you can volunteer. This is a great opportunity for students, community groups, or friends to get together, get service hours, and give back to the community. So if anyone is interested in volunteering or wants to share the volunteer opportunities, let us know in the chat. Carmen, who's on this call, is our volunteer coordinator, so she'll be more than happy to answer any questions. You could also sponsor or donate. So we do rely on supporters to bring these events to life. And lastly, we'd ask that you spread the word. So share this event on social media, talk to your neighbors and favorite businesses, and let them know that this event is coming. We hope to see you at CicLAvia West LA on Sunday, April 26th. And that will conclude the presentation. Thank you all so much. And as mentioned, now we'll just open